Hello everyone, it's Sue again. Welcome back to another speed build. Before we get into it, if you could hit the like button below, it helps get my content out to other people who enjoy The Sims. And if you enjoy things like this, please consider subscribing to my channel. So today I'm doing something a little different. I'm doing a rustic coastal type beach house on the lot that I feel like is called the Boathouse in Brindleton Bay. This is, weirdly enough, I feel like actually kind of one of my favorite style of homes. I don't know why, but it is. I love to decorate things like a coastal beach house. I don't really get into Sulani as much, but I love like this type, you know, where I think of like, this is gonna date me, but Dawson's Creek. The first thing I said to my husband, I go, what does this house remind you of? And he said Dawson's Creek. And now I can't get that out of my head. So if I could, without being, not that I monetize, but someday I hope to be, but I could be demonetized if I use the Dawson's Creek song, but I so wish I could use that for the speed build. That would just make my day. So anyways, I actually got this idea, what I did with the, I got inspiration from, and I don't know the person's name on Instagram, it's like Elfie Sims or something like that. So this person made a really cute little beach house type thing, and they put it on stilt foundation. And for some reason I never thought of using stilt foundation outside of Sulani. And I was like, that's a really good idea. And I love making beach houses, so let's make a beach house. Put it on a stilt foundation. However, I end up changing it. So the stilt foundation is kind of glitchy. For some reason, it doesn't let you delete walls and things like that. It says this foundation requires a room. And I'm like, this is a room. I ended up kind of working around it, but just certain things were like acting glitchy and I couldn't move things. So I actually ended up changing the foundation to that lattice foundation. So I kind of imagine like there's a stilt foundation underneath it, and then they just put the lattice to make it look a little bit better. And I do end up extending this deck a lot further out because it's such a small lot, and I kind of felt like maybe this was a family's vacation home. That's what I had in mind when I was building it. So you could totally use this as like a vacation lot if you wanted to. And it reminded me of that, you know, like it's nice and it's cozy and you'd love to stay there, but like, you know, they didn't like put a lot of money into it and buy like the most expensive furniture and things like that. You know, it's kind of a hodgepodge of things. Maybe old stuff that they brought from their real house, you know, like old furniture or something. You know, I didn't want to make it like too rustic, like it was really out of date or anything like that, or messy, but more just like a hodgepodge of things. So that was my deal. Okay, and so when I was making those vines grow up, it just bugged me so much because sometimes things that I can't just let go because it's The Sims, like why would those flowers be growing there? They wouldn't in real life. So I thought, what if I put like a pot underneath it so it looked like it was growing from the pot, but it just wasn't working out. So that's what I was doing there. Right now I'm working on the outside. Do I end up extending the deck a little further? I don't think I do, but it seems still too small, but this must be what I ended up doing. So I made like, you know, like a table that you could eat at, and then like a sitting area, and then a grilling area. And I kind of went nuts with the landscaping, used a lot of debug items. When I build in Brindleton Bay, I always use debug items filtered by cats and dogs because I feel like the debug items are so much better than the actual items. I don't know why, but I just do. At least when it comes to landscaping and stuff like that. It's just more realistic or something, maybe. So that's usually what I do here. I use a lot of debug items and I go completely nuts, and I hope that this video doesn't make everybody dizzy, but I want a lot. I just want very much like back and forth and spinning it around and let's decorate over here now, let's decorate over here now. When I build like a regular house, I will totally like, sorry if my husband's music is loud. He just opened the door to where he is, even though I told him I was recording. But anyway, I hope this doesn't make people dizzy. I'm sorry if it does, because I do a lot of spinning around. And when I build like a normal size house, like a medium sized family home or something like that, I will actually, you know what, I'm gonna stop this and go shut my door. 1 second. Okay, I'm back and I shut the door. I'm sorry if that was really noisy and maybe the microphone won't pick it up that bad. But when I do like a normal house, you know, like I'll do the kitchen and then clutter up the kitchen, then I'll do the living room, and I'll move in like progressive like that. But I was going back and forth. I'd go outside, the inside, because I'd think of something and I'd go back. And as I was spinning the camera, I'm going, this is going to make people dizzy when they're watching the speed build. So I apologize for that if that happens. I did say I was going to watch along, which I am. And if I do see it get like kind of ridiculous, I was going to definitely stop and try to edit some of it out because I don't want you to get dizzy. So yeah, so we're working on the inside, and of course I had to use the country kitchen kits again. Why do I keep using them? I don't know. I'm sorry that I keep kind of using the same things over and over and over again, but I just love them so much. I just love them so much. Every style of house I build, I'm like, ooh, these would look good in here. These would look good in here. So that's what I ended up doing again. As you can see, I'm doing a lot of the mismatched type stuff, because that's what I kind of wanted it to feel like maybe they just brought things over that were not being used or something like that, like, you know, upcycling things maybe from their previous house, or maybe they went on Craigslist. I'm sure Craigslist exists in the Sims universe, and like got random things like that, but still it looks nice, not messy or anything like that. Just really cute and cozy, and I could not fit stairs in there to save my life, so there is a ladder. So it's 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and hang on a second, I'll tell you how much this house costs in just a second here. It is 69,136 simoleons, so not bad. It is a small house. I feel like this would probably definitely be more of a vacation spot for your Sims, more than a house, but you know what? Maybe like an older couple lives here or something and they can use it as their house. But I really like the way that it turned out. And of course, whenever I make one of these type of houses, I have to use that bay window, and the bay window can only be used with the tall or the medium wall height. So medium wall height is being used in this house, even though I hate it because I have to use that window. I can do the thing where I put it and then put it when the walls are up and then make the walls go down, and then, but it looks weird when you do that little trick. So I just went with the medium wall height, and this is going to be the dining area. And I know everything looks cramped, but everything works. The only thing that doesn't work are the 2 chairs that are sitting by that that are turned slightly. That is just for looks. You cannot use those chairs, and you cannot use that little table. That is purely because it looks cute. So there's that. But everything else in this house works. Everything that you need. There's no TV, but I did put a laptop in the house. I also used the bunk beds upstairs, which everybody's disappointed with the bunk beds, which is a whole other story that I'm not going to go into right now. So I think I'm going to close out with music for the rest of this. If you haven't already, please subscribe. I do mostly Sims 4 speed builds, but I do Let's Plays as well, and Animal Crossing content, and you know, other random stuff. But honestly, I'm 90% speed builds, and yeah. So hit the like button as well if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next one.